Right? Hi, we are Shannon Walsh and Jack Gorman, and we are the writers of Death, Ghosts, and Other Stuff.
I came up with the idea for Death, Ghosts, and Other Stuff after an incident that kind of made me lose the joy in life, at which time I started working at the Make-A-Wish Foundation in Connecticut. And I made a lot of friends through that foundation, be it the people who work there or the kids who were part of the foundation. And through my relationship with these children, I was able to kind of regain that joy again. And this script is about that girl's journey, or my journey, to find that lust for life once again.
And how that inspired the screenplay for you?
While some aspects inspired the screenplay, including my relationships and where I was in the time mentally as a teenager, trying to figure out life as a teenager, there are some elements that we added in. So obviously the Death, Ghosts, and Other Stuff is the name of the script, and the ghosts and the ghost hunting, which is the fascination of Billy, the little boy who's the lead in the script, that is completely fantasy. We came up with the idea for ghost hunting because it turns out he wanted to know that there was a place to go when he dies.
Okay. Shannon took 3 years to write the script before it came on.
Yes.
Where she started at UCLA, where it won or came runner-up in the screenplay contest for the year. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
I came on a few months ago, and we took it to where the draft is today.
Yeah. I was in a place with the script where I couldn't, something was missing and I couldn't really figure out what to do. Jack and I had worked together and had become good friends at that point, and he had a suggestion, and I said, go for it. Well, I'll just not use it if I don't like it. And he did it and he implemented it, and it was really awesome. And it really brought the script to a different level. And so I'm really happy to have him on board with this one.
Yeah, and this was one of the early scripts that we did as writing partners. But now we have kind of joined all of our projects together and formed a production company, and are actually shooting our first low-budget feature film as well. We have about 15 scripts done. We've got a few more, a few shorts between us, and a couple other pitches that we're developing as well. So we've done a fair amount together.
And with most of those scripts, I will do a first full draft and pass it to Jack, or vice versa. So we don't work like in scenes, but as partners, we'll do a full-fledged draft before sending it back. And we kind of just keep passing it back until we feel like we're in a good place.
Yeah, and we kind of, and we'll even have conversations and kind of riff back and forth quickly in text, and a lot of times that generates a lot of good ideas.
Yeah. So our advice for other writers would be, do not stop, especially because of a bad note. If you get a note that is you take as being a bad note or a harsh note, it doesn't mean you suck.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't mean you suck at all. And a lot of times the note doesn't even necessarily have to do with the thing that they're telling you that it does. Maybe there's a note behind the notes or something that isn't working earlier on that they're not quite getting. So, the advice with writing is just keep going. Keep going and make sure that you and get your script done. That's always the biggest thing. Yeah. So many people just
maybe give yourself a timeline.
Yeah.
Or a deadline.
Yes. So many people just stop, and it's just important to keep going. And why did we enter Scriptapalooza? Well, that's because Scriptapalooza helps the writers like no other contest does. They promote your script for an entire year, and that's just something that's huge and amazing.
We haven't seen that anywhere, and we do feel like we have stuff. Sometimes in this industry, you need a little bit of a helping hand, and Scriptapalooza is kind of there to help us out.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks very much. It's good to talk to you all.
Thank you.